video is sponsored by Squarespace.
On this episode of You Can't Eat the Grass. Summer is here, and with it, Lisianthus abundance. But it also means forest fires, and we are getting our first taste of smoky days this year. Will it keep people away from the market, or will beauty prevail? Stay tuned to find out.
This week is peak Lisianthus on the farm. We have every single color of Lisianthus that you could buy, and they are all blooming this week. There is thousands of Lisianthus in this tunnel, so there's a lot of beauty right now. We have lilac, we have yellow, we have blue, we have misty blue, we have blue rim, we have purple, we have deep rose, we have pink, we have pink rim, misty pink, we have apricot, we have champagne, we have orchid, we have brown, we have green, we have orange. We literally have every single color that you can buy in Lisianthus. We are never gonna have this many colors ever again. Partially because we've had some Lisianthus issues that we'll go over later in the video, but it feels incredibly decadent to be surrounded by this much color, this much beauty, and this is the week. This is the week when we're gonna have them all. Some of our earlier blooming varieties are gonna start finishing off, so Lisianthus Rainbow Week. It's very, very exciting. But we can't sell them in the field, so let's get to harvesting. Look at this.
Bestus.
It broke. It was like the best stem of all, but it broke, so that's a shorty. Can you see? No! It's not for eating. These might be some of the longest stems out of all of them. How come our least favorite color is the happiest plant? Dusty! Oh yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like.
Dusty.
These were the ones. This was supposed to be our florist moneymaker. All the white.
They're pretty. I believe in the concept. The execution, maybe not so much this
Next year. This is where we're cutting them on the plant to get our stem length. We're literally cutting them, you know, at ground level to be able to get stems that are usable.
Dusty's chasing bugs.
The other side that we've been picking, that was all ABC varieties, which, you know, is a great, comes in a huge range of colors, simple, but this was supposed to be the florist side, and, you know, these are the ones that are even shorter, but some of these blooms, you know, the flowers, and just so many petals. They're like the most beautiful rose ever.
Bouquets have been looking so good with all the Lisianthus.
Yeah, they're such a treat. We've had them for 2 weeks. We have a few varieties that are just starting, so we'll have them next week. And then over on this side, we have some that kind of aren't even ready yet. I can see there being still another 3 weeks of Lisianthus. When you get it done right and you time it right, you know, you can get 8 weeks of picking off of the plants, so. Every time I like put together a bunch of the Lisies, I'm just like, oh, sherbet pastels. They make me think maybe I want to do wedding work. Do bouquets that involve, you know, using just 100 Lisianthus. That would be fun. How about that? How about that for an armful bouquet?
That's pretty good.
They are definitely a treat, but they are a problematic flower. They're expensive. I can't grow it from seed, so I buy in the plugs. The plugs were about 30 cents each. You know, I think we have about $1,500 worth of plugs in this tunnel. As beautiful as these look, this isn't what it's supposed to look like. The Lisianthus should have been a lot taller, you know, it should be a lot fuller. These are great. I can sell them down at the farmer's market. We've been doing some shorter arrangements with it that we've, you know, been selling well. We have 3,000 plants in here because it was going to be 1,000 for us to sell at the farmer's market and then 2,000 to sell to florists. It's just not florist grade product, so I'm not going to bother trying to sell it to them and burn my bridges. It was too cold when I planted them out. They should have been planted out when the weather was warmer, and then instantly following that, it was too hot. They had some water issues. They need a lot of fertilizer, and so they probably didn't get the fertilizer that they needed. We need to learn how to grow them a little bit better before, you know, we can have these amazing harvests of buckets and buckets to sell to florists.
People notice them though. Like, people notice them when we bring them down to the market. They sell bouquets that they're in. They really are a top tier flower.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a high-end wedding flower. This isn't a farmer's market bouquet flower. So the fact that we do this, you know, the ranunculus, stuff like that, the fact that these are what we kind of build our farm planning around makes us more of a flower shop than a market stand.
Yeah, it's kind of like a boutique market stand.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that was...
It's our way of differentiating ourselves. Okay, but it's getting dark and we have to put our kids to bed. So let's get this into the cooler and take a little bit of a break.
Such a bad boy.
The stand did pretty good today. I had 12 bouquets in here. I also had a mini vase, which is gone, and we had one of our big $40 bouquets sell too. Oh, and an entire bucket of dried flowers disappeared. I think we did almost $300 today, which feels very nice. And the stand this week has been doing really well. I'd say that this week we'd probably been doing, you know, almost double than we'd been some of the other weeks of the year. So it's exciting to see things picking up. But there isn't gonna be any more sales tonight, so let's close the stand.
It's after 11 now. The kids are finally asleep. We went to a water park today. They were supposed to be tired, but you know, they're still running around. Now I'm gonna go check in on Serina. She's been harvesting for a little while. Let's go see what she's got done. I don't know how we've managed to be so lucky this year with the forest fire smoke. I know it's been bad in a lot of areas, and normally when it's bad anywhere, it's especially bad in Kelowna, but had fairly low smoke levels all in all this year. And tonight it's starting to feel like maybe there's something blowing in. You know, every single morning I wake up and the first thing I do is I look out the window to see if it's still clear. Tomorrow it might not be. Gone all day.
I know. It's hard to get back to work after putting the kids to bed. It's late and nothing has gotten done and I'm already tired because we spent all day at the water slides. Makes for a hard nighttime harvest. I don't think we're gonna get it all done tonight.
Work-life balance is something we're really focusing on this year. You know, family is really important, and it's really easy to get so busy and carried away with the farm and the videos that we don't have time to do fun stuff with the kids. And so this year it was like, we're focusing in, we're making it like a major priority. And so, you know, like the water slides today, we went down to Seattle. You know, we're just trying to keep things, you know, fun and do some new stuff. Because, you know, like the family, when our kids are young, that's, you know, you only get one time. Their kids are 9 and 6, you know, they're never gonna be 9 and 6 again. This is the only summer for it, so we're just trying to make lots of fun memories with them this year.
Oh, Bo, you're cute. You're cute.
He's cruising around looking for cuddles.
I know. Maybe I should just gather them up and go to bed.
That would be nice, wouldn't
And
it?
not keep harvesting. I don't think it's gonna get done. It's 11 o'clock and I have to get up early to make bouquets, to do stuff. I think I got an hour. So I have to prioritize what needs to be harvested at night. And then, you know, create a triage list. So I think the first thing that needs to get done is Cosmos.
All he is burrs. He's just big burr boy. Just couldn't resist picking some zinnias.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Gotta do Cosmos. Cosmos need the coal. Pretty good, huh?
It does. Once it's picked. Looks like trouble before.
One of these days, I'll figure out a trick. How about that? This is Snow Puff. Double click. Definitely very excited about growing this floss flower. I was convinced it wasn't going to do anything. Everyone was like, Serina, just have some faith. Look at it. You were right. I'd gladly put this in every bouquet.
And I don't just love the blue color. I love the blue and the green that it goes with.
Yeah. I like the fuzziness of it.
Yeah, the texture is really good.
Yeah.
It's on the forever list.
Yeah, this is on the forever list.
Oh, look this year. Dusty's back.
Dusty!
So good. Got you. Boys are being bad. No horseplay. Cat play only.
Look how tall this one is.
Love it. Okay, but I gotta leave you here.
I'm gonna go to bed too. And finish this tomorrow. It's definitely a coffee day today. I was up till 1:30 harvesting, and then I was like, I can't do it. I'm too tired. So now I need to get back to harvesting. Rox is here to help me today. She's gonna help me put the bouquets together, but I need to get flowers for her to help me get the bouquets together. So I'm standing here getting inspired by my beautiful Lisianthus bouquet. This is $80 worth of Lisianthus bunches that didn't sell in the stand, so they're mine now. And if overstuffing windowsill bouquets is wrong, then I don't want to be right, because this has been making me happy. What do you think, Ian?
I think it's pretty nice. What bouquet did it replace?
A Lisianthus bouquet. Pretty decadent. We're pretty lucky to be drowning in Lisianthus. It sucks that they're too short to sell to florists. Obviously, if I could have gotten $80 for that, I probably would have taken the $80. But it's not very often you can have $80 worth of Lisianthus on your windowsill. So I'll take it. But this coffee's almost done, so let's get to work. We've been so lucky so far this year. There hasn't been smoke, which is pretty rare. Like, we kind of anticipate smoke all summer, but it's finally happened. The smoke has rolled in, and it's bad enough that I really shouldn't be outside in it. So got my mask, essential farming safety gear for this smoky weather. Anytime the smoke is, you know, at 150 on my air quality app, I make sure to, you know, have a mask on when I'm working outside. So unfortunately, it's one of those days. The zinnias, it's our first week. These aren't ready yet, but I think that I'll be able to find some in here.
I always love the first zinnias so much. They're just perfect.
I know, they're so big.
How do you think the market's going to be tomorrow?
Probably not great because of the smoke. You know, with it being the first smoky weekend of the year, people are gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna hide inside. You know, once they come to terms with the fact this is what it's gonna be for the rest of the year, then they'll start coming back. I'm probably not gonna make a crazy amount of bouquets.
Here's the perfect zinnia.
I know, it's so big. Here, this is hand for scale. My favorite time. I grew this one for you, Ian. Scarlet.
Perfect. Oh, there's a hummingbird coming for it. The hummingbirds are all over the place today. He was like literally flying up to the bunch that you're holding.
He's like, oh yeah, that's the best looking stack I've seen. Well, we might be able to get a couple of these if we pick aggressively.
They're definitely one of the best selling flowers that we grow.
I know, they did so good last year.
I can see why. They're very pretty.
We've been picking on this grass for a few weeks now. It's not gonna last all year, so I gotta enjoy it while I still can. But I got the green and I got the brown and I got this one. I never can remember what this is, but this one is a favorite. It's very brutalist. But I think I'm gonna get some of the darker for this week. I think that this dark grass is gonna contrast really nicely against all the lighter colors, and then it's gonna be really complementary against the blue Lisianthus. It's gonna bring the drama.
This is typical Serina. Plant so tight that you can't walk down the path, and then harvest everything that leans into the path.
What do you mean? There is like very clearly a path here. This is like one of the widest paths.
The bed next to it is a weed bed.
Yeah, but look how nicely weeded the path is.
The path is very visible.
I love the sound.
This bee's like, hey, let me just grab all that pollen before you take those inside.
Sorry, buddy. Those are mine now. I just need to get a few more things, but if you can help me out by bringing things in from the cooler, then I can get to making bouquets pretty quick here.
Okay. The bee's like, no, take me with you.
I'm on to the marigold bouquets, which are some of my favorite. Look at that.
How many bouquets you got done?
Fox and I got about 50 bouquets. And then I'm gonna do this with the orange marigold. So this is 8 on the table. And then I'm gonna do a pink and yellow. And then, I don't know, I think that's probably pretty good. Dan hasn't been selling that great today. It's been really quiet. And it's the first smoky weekend of the year. So I anticipate the market is gonna be quiet. So, you know, I don't wanna make $2,000 worth of flowers, just have them go bad.
What you looking for in the status?
Medium. So I'm starting all the mediums into my hands. You know, I tend to put status lower on a bouquet. I use the status as like a cage around the bottom edge of the flowers. I don't need super tall stems. It's exciting to have the first of the zinnias back. Next week, they should be looking good.
They get people's attention, but there's also a lot of them at the market already.
Yeah, we're definitely not first. The zinnias that we grow are like the best.
Yeah.
The best that you can get. We have Lisianthus, which differentiates ourselves. Let's get one of these for the stand. Go check on the sand, see how things are doing. These look awesome. Roadside stand people deserve one. My mini vases. You've taken over the spot where they belong.
They sold out.
I need to make some of these. We got all these Lisianthus. We got to put together some decadent little Lisianthus vases. We stopped at dollar store and bought some more vases because we've been selling so many. So we should bring some of these down. We got some options. Got some shorties. We'll do a super shorty one for some of the little mini zinnias that I have. And then we'll do a taller one for some of the Lisianthus. It's actually a bigger opening than this one. This could hold more money. Even though this is like, looks smaller,
Yeah.
this could hold, you know, 20% more flowers than this. So height isn't everything. Vase opening. Vase opening, that's the limiting factor. Okay, what should we use? So many options, so many beautiful options.
How about some good stuff?
Well, that is the whole point of the vases. Like these super fancy, expensive Lisianthus. Like these celebs and these Roxannes or Rosannes. My little summer. All the most precious. I think we should do like a pink one. So how I do a vase is I make a base. Start with greenery. I put some greenery in, you know, and then I put in some other bulk of some sort. And then I put in like the more simple flowers. And then I finally finish it with the focals. This is gonna be Lisianthus, but Lisianthus is actually gonna be like the last things that go into it. So we'll do something very romantic, very feminine. Oh, you know what we have to use? This is the best status of them all, but it produces the least amount. There's only so much of this. Right, so I'm still creating like a base, a puff of color for the flowers to rest on. Doesn't really look like much yet, does it, Ian?
Yeah, but I know it will.
You've seen this.
I've seen it happen.
You've seen the magic.
When we first started flower finding, it always did surprise me.
You'd be like, I don't know, it looks really ugly, Serina. I don't think you know what you're doing. And I'd be like, you know nothing! You'd be like, no, it's gonna be bad.
Sometimes it's like, you know, like a keystone where there's just one piece that brings everything all together.
Yeah. I start with like the ugliest stuff, right? Because it's the stuff that's gonna be hidden. These are fun to make though. It's fun because it's like, there's nothing else that we do that's similar. It's like an excuse to just be indulgent. I can make my dream bouquet for someone else's house. Okay, that's a good piece. What did I say we were gonna put in this? I said Lisianthus, but I'm like, we should probably put some of these in too. First we're gonna put some of this in though.
Floss flower, everything.
Not everything, but almost everything. They're like so feminine. Okay, maybe if we do these, but we put them a little bit lower, right? And then the Lisianthus can sit up higher. So they'll be a little bit hidden. They won't be so much the focal. I do like the constraints of the mini jar. I don't have to count flowers. I can just put whatever I want inside of this.
You just go till it's full.
Yeah, I go till it's full. Somewhat. It's okay. That's like a good base. Okay, let's put some of these fancy Lisianthus in. Like these. Look how great these are. Aren't those incredible?
Yeah.
These are pretty short. So these are kind of like rim flowers. Put in some of these browns. Orchid is the finishing touch. Oh yeah, look, they're the perfect height. Get in there.
This is really good.
Yeah, I know. They always turn out like so decadent. You know, and I also end up like doing color palettes that we don't really do anywhere else.
Against the $20 bouquets, they definitely like stand out as a different product.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Right? That is like very decadent. Well, I really like that one. I like all those colors together. Okay, let's do a vibrant one. We're going for like super rainbow here. And then because we're gonna be doing so many zinnias in this, we don't really need too much more of a base. Except for, I don't know.
Floss flower and everything.
This will be a good example of floss flower looks complementary to pastel, but it also looks complementary to fruit punch. Because I know that this is kind of looking like dark and like, oh, we could end up putting a bunch of burgundy or purple or something into this. But this is gonna go like reds and oranges. This is gonna be like mega rainbow. The status stem made a grid to be able to hold these vertical. What other colors do we have? Some reds in here. Need to start putting some height in. It's getting too full. I want to put more in here. Go in. The zinnia stems are brittle, so you have to be like careful.
I don't know, I think that looks like $35 worth of value.
It's definitely $35 worth, but I needed something other than the discs. The problem was like everything is these big zinnia discs, so it needed something to like break up the shape. Let's do a perfect job. Come on, go in. Go in, flower. There. Looks pretty good. Side by side comparison. They look 100% different from each other, right?
Yep.
Well, so every time I do a poll, because I often put two in the stand and then I ask everyone on Instagram, which one's your favorite? Everyone loves this coloring on Instagram. And then the bright color is what sells first in the stand. So we'll have to see. Maybe nothing will sell based on how the stand's going so far today. But these definitely won't sell if we don't get them into the stand. So let's go pop them in there. Which one do you want in the house, Ian? What's your vote?
I really like that one.
Yeah. Oh, just good like that. All right, mini vases, $35. Now we wait.
It's another market morning, and you know, I have to enjoy these markets while they last, because hard to believe, but there's only a couple months left of our seasons. At the start of the year, the markets were a little disappointing because we hadn't been selling as much as we have in previous years. Expectations adjusted. Now, I'm not going there expecting to sell $1,500. So it makes it a little easier to come to terms with, and you know, I can just sit back and enjoy. I'm gonna pack up my truck. We don't have a crazy amount of bouquets to bring today. We're a little bit worried about a smoky market and how that's gonna affect sales. You can see that there is a significant amount of smoke out there today. Hi, Bo. Well, bad us, it turns out there's a couple buckets of bouquets that didn't get wrapped, so I should do that before we leave. Okay, the truck is all packed. There's only one thing I gotta do now, and that is just one bucket of bouquets that I gotta take up to the stand, open it up, and then I'm off. Okay, the market is open. I'm excited. Today's gonna be great. Flowers look really good. We didn't bring a ton of them down, so there's no real stress about having to sell everything. I'm sure we'll do well, but you know, not too different than what's been going on all season. Okay, it's 9 a.m. now, so the market's been open for an hour, and so far so good. We're at 220, so things are selling, people are here, so it doesn't look like the smoke is really keeping people away, and yeah, I'm hoping for a good day. Well, we're 2 hours deep into the market now. We're at 340 bucks, so, you know, on par for what we were doing all year. The bouquets are looking good, lots of people are really loving them. It's 11 o'clock, things are chugging along, we're at 560, so, you know, just selling steady, no crazy rushes, but, you know, no super slow periods either. The market is done now, we made it to 8:35, so, you know, not too bad, like I said, what we were expecting. Well, it looks good.
Looks so good in here. Yeah, I think I should just bring a bed and sleep in here. It looks so good. Unfortunately, having 3,000 Lisianthus blooming didn't lead to a better market. Still the same markets that we've been having. The Lisianthus looks incredible, but it's not really driving more sales because everything, all the flowers look incredible right now.
I think it's kind of the leader for beauty though at the market right now. It's, you know.
Yeah, I mean the Lisianthus are so special. I thought that this was going to be a pretty complete crop loss earlier in the year. So just being able to like have this blooming, have stuff that we can pick out of here, have stuff that we can sell, you know, that's still a win. And it's going to be here for me still for a few more weeks. And you know, I have some ideas. I have some ideas for how we're going to be able to preserve some of this to kind of carry us into the winter. I think it's time to pull out some dried flower skills and save some of these Lisianthus to have all year long. If it's too many Lisianthus to sell fresh to our local market, it's also too many Lisianthus to sell dry to our local market. If we want to move a lot of volume, then we need to be thinking about online sales. And the great thing about our sponsor, Squarespace, is they can really help us to set up online sales.
Squarespace is the ultimate platform for creating your dream website. With flexible business templates, you can start with professional design that fits your category and customize it to match your unique style. Be it a professional blog, a portfolio, or a business website, Squarespace ensures your online presence stands out on every device. But it's not just about being seen. It's a great way to sell. Whether you're selling physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace provides you with the tools you need to launch your online store effortlessly. From inventory management to secure payment processing, Squarespace has got you covered. And if, like me, you also sell in person, Squarespace offers point-of-sale integration. Connect a Square Reader to the Squarespace app and sync your orders, inventory, and customer data with your online store, making it easy to carry your business anywhere. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/youcaneatthegrass to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.